Monday the 14th of December 2009, and it's a glorious morning out at Sevenoaks, Kent. Today's walk is a 10 miler or 9.6 miles, taking in the Greensand Way, incorporating the National Trust properties of Ightham and Knole House. It's absolutely fantastic weather. It's about 5 degrees, and at the moment sunny with no rain predicted for a change. It's 11 o'clock, or just gone, and the walk is anticipated to take about 4.5 hours, so I should be done well before dusk, which today is 4 o'clock. Okay, let's get cracking. 20 minutes in, just entered Knole Park, and there's a herd of fallow deer down there. Yeah, fallow. There's the attraction, that straw. Old house over there in the distance. Very nice park it is as well. That's the way I'm headed. View of the house, and in the foreground the golf course. Just seen a parakeet, or heard it. Noisy things. Chose this walk today basically because of the underlying soil, which absorbs the water pretty well. I think it's greensand, hence the Greensand Way, which I haven't come onto yet, but probably the same rock formation. And yeah, it's not too bad underfoot, even though horses have been on it. Now, I'm not quite sure if that's the hospital for cygnets, or if it's just called the Cygnet Hospital. But I believe it is for cygnets, because there was a symbol on the sign back at the main road there with a swan on it, so let's assume that's what it is. My book or information guide doesn't tell me. Delightfully tranquil here, except for the hum of that sounds like a Second World War biplane. That adds to the occasion really, because it could still be in the Second World War down here. Nothing's changed much. Lovely winter's day, just as it should be. Crows there in the background making a racket. Very pleasant walking as well. An old looking horse there, got his winter jacket on. Just approaching Stone, I think it's called. Clouding over a bit, but fingers crossed it's a temporary problem. There's an orchard here on my left, clearly not organic, because I've just seen a sign saying that the crop's been sprayed. Beware. Clearer view of the affected crop. Well, it's not that clear. I can see it, but I don't know if his camera's picking it up. Interesting. In the middle of this wood. Tranquility reigns. You get that sign. Probably now on the Ightham estate, which I'm going to have lunch at once I find the National Trust cafe. Won't be using that, I've got my own, but we might have tables up there. It's about 12:30 now, so it'll be good timing. Listen to that silence. Just the odd jay there in the background disturbing it. That sign men at work there was because this is an example of the National Trust coppicing as it used to be done. Not much of it done these days apparently, according to my notes. Very pleasant walking. We're now on the Greensand Way. That apparently is Ightham Moat. So we'll have lunch here, I think. According to a local resident, they have got tables outside the cafe, so I can use their toilet facilities if they're open. Thought you'd like to know that. You can see why it's called Ightham Moat, using the Old English spelling, M-O-T-E. Lovely house, as with most things owned by the National Trust. So, continuing the theme of unusual lunch spots. Today's is under this canopied picnic area. Absolutely brilliant. Just spoken to some staff down at the reception where the restaurant is. That's close today, obviously. But this will do me very nicely. Fantastic. Once again, me and the wildlife. Beautiful. I think I've seen a smaller post box than that. George Raines. Just outside Ightham Moat. Just had me lunch. 1:30, so I should be okay for time today. This is apparently 5 miles into the walk, so I'm halfway through. I think this is a first for me on my walks. Some pigs. There's a big old boy over there as well. Shows building. Lovely view here from the Greensand Way. Winter sun just poking behind that cloud. Not a lovely view. Self-explanatory. Glorious in here. Another lovely vista. Some little Shetland ponies down there. So here we are at the inaptly named One Tree Hill. I think there's a few more trees here than one. Lots of young trees, mind. So maybe in days of yore, it was correctly named. Delightful walking in here. There's the path. Lovely. Can't see too much because of the winter sun, but apparently over there is the Weald, of which I've walked very often, well, quite frequently now. And this viewpoint is from this bench given to the National Trust, all this land, by a guy called Averys in 1911. Really is great up here. Fantastic winter day. Got that wrong. The name is actually Jameson Hurry. Interesting. Apparently all this woodland was burnt down in around about that time, and then suffered damage in 1987, but is rapidly recovering. Lovely view in the setting sun. Well, it's only about 2:30 yet, never mind setting sun. Not sure what that's all about, but we'll find out in a minute. Must be something to do with the horses, I guess. A field full of horse jumps. My route takes me over this stile along the Greensand Way again, which has been excellent so far, I must admit. So, coming on 3 o'clock, I'm back in Knole Park, so it won't be long now before I'm back at the station. The old golf course just over there. Amazing combination. There's a very, very old oak tree there, alongside an ancient yew. Amazing. Almost intertwined. Deciduous and coniferous. Great on the skyline, that does. An old oak tree that's been hit by lightning. And again here, the same combination. Except here the trunks have amalgamated. Incredible. Very strange. Well, the fallow deer are quite close here. As is Knole House. Big old place. Yeah, that racket up there is the parakeets. At Sevenoaks station, it's 4 o'clock. Just had a little look around the town, so plenty of time. That's free walk number 21, Sevenoaks Circular completed. Very pleasant it was as well. Didn't rain, nice and cool, and some lovely views. I even rang the Ramblers, so hopefully should be a good party tomorrow at the Saturday Walkers Club Christmas do.